What's going on, everybody? Stock Chuck here, up $1,233 in the first hour of trading. Finished the day up $4,515. So good day overall, especially after a 3-day weekend. I always feel weird coming back after a long period of time off due to some holiday or just taking time off or whatever. It's always hard to get back into the groove of things. So it's good to come into this Tuesday having a good start to the week, especially since it's a short week, so there's not a lot of time to make up ground if you have a red day. Before I get started in the trades, as always, just want to invite everybody to the free chat room that we run, completely free. Where our goal here is to create 1%ers. That's what we're trying to do. We don't know how to solve the world's poverty. We don't know how to, fix the inequality of wages between the upper and middle class and lower class, whatever. But we do know how to teach what we do and help those reach the level of trading that we're at now. Not to say that we're experts by any stretch of the imagination. There's always people better than you in every field of life. But we certainly know more than the average Joe, and we can certainly help struggling traders become profitable traders. It takes time. It takes patience, but more importantly, and most importantly, it takes an earnest want to learn. And we find great success helping out those that just really want to learn. Not some great, get rich quick scheme, but actually people that want to learn and put in the work. They do find success. But anyway, let's get into the trades. Oh, by the way, the link for all the free chat room and the free Discord is in the link down below. So let's get into the trades. So the first play, it took me a while to make a trade. This is about 10 minutes into the day. Or at least, I guess 6 minutes into or 8 minutes into the trading day. So what I saw here is GME, gapping up or whatever, high flyer. It sold off. It did a drop, a bounce, a candle under candle, and that candle under candle did not continue the move down. And in fact, it just kind of didn't do anything and bounced back up. Then you got this nice pop, like a directional change. I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe we got a little pre-market horizontal up here. If we break that, we get to rip roaring again. I don't know. So I took this as maybe a directional change, maybe a red to green move kind of play. Saw a pullback candle right here, and I wanted to play the candle over candle. So I entered in right here. Let me scroll down to where I actually took the trade. There we go. So I entered in. I got in at 41.50. Broke the high of the run, which is the initial goal of the entry. And I really thought it was going to come up here and break it right all in one move, and it was looking really good. It came back down, then this candle opened back up, came back up, broke this level. I got a good fill on the first lot. I got out half at 41.74, took 4,000 shares. And this candle it broke this level, and that was my breakout level, I thought. And it just didn't do it. Later on it did it, after a little pullback and then candle over candle again. But it didn't do it when I thought I was going to do it. I've got to stick to my rules. Cut it loose, move on. I exited 41.56, the rest. So profitable trade overall. I moved on to a different trade. That's why I missed, again, another pullback and then the candle over candle that finally broke out of this level, which would have been glorious. But I wasn't looking at it at the time. Nonetheless, good first trade.
GME.
Oh, no, Jimmy, don't do that. There you go. Oh, so close. Cracked it. Not really the rip I was looking for. I'll take it, but... So this next trade I got beat up on pretty good. So this one was a pop, a pullback candle on the 5-minute chart here. So pop, pull back, and I tried to go long for the 5-minute candle over candle here. And when you see the live clip, it looks really good. Looks like if we break 30, we're gonna go test, you know, high of the run here at 33.50. Just looked really good setup. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. So I went long right here. I took 4,000 shares. I got in at 32.99, looking for that 33 break. It didn't go, and you know I'm playing the 5-minute chart here. So I don't know. There's two places I could have stopped out. I probably should have stopped out the first candle under candle right here. That would have saved me a lot of heartache. Yes, it would have been, you know, a bad loser, but wouldn't have been as bad of a loser of what I took. That blew past that level pretty quickly, and at this point, it's like, okay, my absolute stop loss now is the first 5-minute candle under candle, which would have been 32.25. And guess what? Broke through that level pretty easily. I stopped out 32, call it 21, average for a nice, what is that? Almost 70 cents on 4,000 shares. Yeah, you do the math. That's a big, over $2,000 loser. It did end up going lower, so my stop was justified. But just a bad trade overall. I should have cut it. It didn't do what I thought it was going to do immediately. I needed to cut it off sooner. Maybe I wasn't awake at this point in the day. I don't know. It certainly turned me red on the day after this trade. Oh. Looks like a failed move. Yep. Damn it. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is, jeez. Oh gosh, I have to stop out. That one hurts. Just went 5-minute candle under candle. So this next trade got us back on track. ACRS is just one that was gapping up this morning. It was on my scanners. It had a bit of a had a bit of a breakout, I guess. Kind of got this thing going again. Broke high a day. You know, normally these gappers, they tend to just sell off. This one sold off a little bit, and then it reversed trend, broke a descending resistance line, and that is what caught my eye. When we broke this, then I go back to my pop, pullback, candle over candle. And maybe a better way to say it is breakout. When you know you have a descending resistance line or maybe a pattern that it breaks out of, maybe that first time is a better way to describe it as breakout, pullback, and then candle over candle. It still is pop, pullback, candle over candle, but the first one, and probably the more important one, is you're looking for that breakout, because then you have breakout, pullback, candle over candle. If you watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about with the pop, pullback, candle over candle. But you know, you can have moves, pullbacks, and candle over candles all the time. What makes a certain one more significant than the other is the initial breakout, I would say. And then in this case, you have a descending resistance line, you have a breakout, pullback, candle over candle, and you know, in a perfect world, this would have kept going: pop, pullback, candle over candle, pullback, candle over candle, pullback, candle over candle, and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. This one, breakout, pullback, candle over candle entry was right here. Right there, that level. I took it, 1591 and 1594, 4,000 shares total. Got that break through 16. It popped up really nice. The bid never moved up. It just like kind of shot up there from people hitting the ask, but the bid just kind of stayed low. So my exits weren't the greatest. I exited 1615 and 1608. Nice win, got me back on a green trade, still right on the day, but nonetheless, this play right here was my light bulb moment when I went from being a beginner trader to a profitable trader. Just playing that one play right there is what made me profitable, and I've never had a red year since. So learn this, and it can really it changed my life I mean, this is very simple, and I've changed, I've evolved this strategy and found out when and where it could work best and stuff like that. But just pop, pull back candle over candle, and just play in that little scalp right there. Learn it. Watching the 1 minute. There we go. Pull out. That's still 1 minute. The bid never really catches up with it, so it's hard for me to exit. But if you exit it with limit orders, if you're fast enough, get nice fills. So the next play here is just a news play. This is a thing I heard through Benzinga Pro. Link for that is in the description down below. I think they have a 2-week free trial when you sign up. If you're a day trader and you don't have some sort of squawk in your ear telling you breaking news on certain stocks across the whole market, then you're doing trading wrong, brother, or you're at least missing out on some great plays. Again, that's for day traders. It's for profitable day traders. And I wouldn't recommend new traders doing that. But anyway, it's a service I've been a part of for years. I pay for it. So it is an affiliate link, but for full transparency. But it's my number one tool in my tool bag. But anyway, the news was Citron was short GME, saying it's GME. This is a $20 stock or whatever. And they're going to come out tomorrow explaining why it's a $20 stock. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Heard the news and I shorted it with puts. I don't know why I took puts rather than the stock, but it doesn't matter. Maybe because it already moved $2 by the time I got in. And I was thinking maybe that would be a swing because the last stock they hit, I can't remember which one it was, but it really got wrecked. And I was thinking, okay, people are going to know from the last time they mentioned the stock is short. It got wrecked. They're going to jump on this one, and hopefully this one gets wrecked. It did push pretty good lower, but it did bounce quite a bit. So anyway, I was playing the initial drop. I took puts. I got in at 465. I started exiting 480 and 473. So small winner. GME Citron short. I'm gonna try it because with some puts in, wow, that's a $2 drop. Because they hammered it. What was it last week? They hammered something and it really dropped pretty good. This goes low a day on this Citron, man. It could really start taking a nosedive. Looks like it's gonna bounce, so I'm gonna get out with the rest. Not a bad play. PLTR's doing well. So this next play is just continuation of this initial short here. We had the initial drop, we had the bounce, and then candle under candle. So I go short in this case. Let me scoot this over so you can see the areas we're talking about, just right here. Hello. So get the initial drop, bounce candle, and then candle under candle. Low of the run is target, immediate target, and then profit anywhere in there. So I took puts again, and I don't know if I took puts because I couldn't short this. I don't even know. Caffeine had probably not hit my brain at this point in the morning. So I just took puts. They didn't move too fast, so I wasn't too thrilled with that. But anyway, 536, I paid for them, sold at 555 and 556. Nice win. It's a 1 minute candle under candle play. It's pushing lower. My puts aren't moving. What is going on? How come my puts aren't moving? This is, there we go. Just dropped $1. How come these aren't moving? So this is a, I was stretching here on this ACRS here. I was trying to find some levels where it could break out of, and I thought it was doing some sort of like falling wedge, which is actually a bullish formation here. And right in this area, we had a failed 1 minute candle under candle. I was like, okay, this is it. It failed going down. Next candle over candle, I'm going to take it long, thinking we're going to break this kind of descending resistance line here and move back up. I took it. It obviously didn't do anything. It came up to the resistance and then pulled back. Stop out on the candle under candle. I took 4,000 shares at 15.44 average and exited around 15.17. Not a great trade. It did break downside, and then for some reason it broke. It did what I was hoping for, just much later. But oh well. Jeez. All right, so this next play here is a news play. This one, I think Benzinga announced traders were circulating that there's a $10 price target put on it. I don't know by who, it doesn't matter. I'm just looking for that initial pop. I flip over to it. Inside this candle here is when I hear the news. I think it was, around 2:17. I just started hitting the buy button. I bought 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,000 shares of this thing. Pops up, I start selling into that pop. It just doesn't really start screaming for a $10 price target. It just, I got, what, 10 cents, 15 cent move overall. But I just started taking profit after I got an initial pop. Start selling 3,000 share increments, 2,000, 4,000. Exit, let's see. Exit 221, 221, 221, and 226. So nice little trade overall. Again, news plays. I love them. EMA, Benzing is saying traders are circulating a $10 price target on this thing. What? That would be kind of silly. $10 price target. I can't get 4 cents. Hey, we got 5 cents. 6. Take mine off. All right, so this next trade on Tesla didn't work out too well. So I was trying to find out where the breakout spots might be on Tesla, and I thought I had a good idea that it would be something like this, like a wedge, right? Break of the wedge, this thing breaks out. And what I saw here is we kind of put in, it tried to break the lows here, couldn't do it. I thought, okay, maybe if it reverses and we count this as like a double bottom, this would be the breakout spot. So I went long as that was hitting, and I kind of got in a little late. That's why my fills were terrible. About 23.50 average on 40 contracts. Thinking, okay, if it breaks this level, we're good to go. It was very green, and then it just drops real quick. And then I went from very green to like break even. And it just, so I sold half, very small win, like $60 on the first half here. And then after that, I was waiting. Puts in this pullback candle, and it's kind of make or break for me. If it breaks the low of this pullback candle here, I will stop out. So if it goes candle under candle, I stop out. I'm looking for candle over candle, break through this diagonal here, and for it to go, it just doesn't do that. It goes candle under candle. I stop out the rest. About a 40-cent loss on 20 contracts. It's $800. Not too thrilled. $42 to the long side. That's what I'm looking for. Take it. This level 43 needs a break now. It's at it. Can it break it? Sold some. It's gonna reject this, isn't it? Spread super wide here. Like, ideally, get a 1 minute play to break out of this area right here. One minute soaks is very nice. 5 minute, it's trying to curl. 5 minute, we have hidden bullish divergence. That might have played out though. That might be all the move that's going to give it. All right, I'll wait for the 1 minute here. This next trade on Tesla, this one hurt. This one was a big red one. So, still trying to find a place where maybe this breaks out. I'm just looking real tightly at this area right here. We had a high. This is kind of a peak put in here. A little pullback, a little candle over candle. Just kind of a curl here. Nothing like breaking out or whatever. I did, however, get a pullback candle right here. So I'm thinking at myself, candle over candle. We break this peak, and then maybe we get this peak, and then break those two resistance areas, get a decent pop, I'm out, right? So I go long on the candle over candle. I break this level. It goes right up to this level. I'm like, oh, here we go. And then shoots right back down. So it rejected it pretty hard. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, I see kind of something like this. If this breaks down, I'm out. And sure enough, boom, broke down. I stop out. I average 23.28. Exit 22.40. So almost a dollar drop on, is roughly a $3,500 loser. Not very fun. 42.70. False break. Oh my gosh. This thing is all over the place.
Come on.
Spreads are super wide here. It's kind of crazy. No bueno. So unfortunately, now it is 12 a.m. and E-Trade just reset for the day. So my order status window here is now blank. But we can kind of just go off of what I was looking for here on this next Tesla trade. You'll see it live. You'll see the live, so you can kind of see the entries and exits. What we had here is kind of a support level like this. And I was like, okay, I kind of probably see it on the 5-minute as well, a little bit better. Yeah, you can probably see it real good on the 5-minute. Let's draw that. So this is a longer trade, by the way. So it's good to watch the whole thing, but you know, if you have to skim around on this last live trade. Basically, I'm looking at this support line. It failed to break to the top side multiple times. You actually got a little double top here, broke that level, coming back down. I was really feeling like it was going to break down. This last little spot here was kind of the nail in the coffin for it. Came down to support, bounced, came down to support, bounced again, but came right back down. So this is a drop. This is a small bounce. I mean, it went up, it came right back down. And then it was setting up a candle under candle continuation, drop, bounce, and then candle under candle continuation. So drop, bounce candle, and then candle under candle continuation. Let me switch this to horizontals. So that level right there, it's tough to see with the diagonal, I understand, but it's a horizontal line. I shorted that with contracts. I got the drop. I covered some up through here. And then I played it again, I believe, right here. So again, a drop, bounce candle. This is the bounce because it stopped making new lows of the run, not lows on the day, but on the run. Bounce candle and then candle under candle again. I shorted it here, looking for that move right there. Broke that. I covered some through this level, I believe. Got a bounce. I'm trying to remember. I just watched it, but it's really long, like I said. Actually, no, I take that back. The initial play, I did short, but I covered half up. And the other half, I held through this. I held through the bounce, held through this. Then as it came up here, I held through this again. It went candle under candle right here. So this is actually again, a drop, a bounce candle, and then candle under candle. This was a failed move to the downside. And I said, okay, next candle over candle, covered the rest that I had. So I stopped out, profit stopped out right there, right here. And I was like, okay, this is setting up maybe an M pattern. So we do W's all the time on long plays, and M pattern is how you do it to the downside, just like that. So we had a M pattern here. Actually, I should scoot it over so we can see it. Let me just take that off. There we go. All right, so the M pattern here is like so. just like that. And the breakout place is still the same spot right here. So as we had a failed continued move to the downside, I was watching what it does. Does it go candle over candle and rip higher and reverse, or does it just need a little extra time to consolidate, hit a moving average for resistance, and then go? So when it came down to this level, I shorted again with contracts, looking for the break of that level right there. Got everything I wanted, dropped pretty hard. I covered. I can't remember if. Oh yeah. So I covered some on the initial move, and I got to, I think it was 40 contracts. Covered 20, then covered 10. Then I started coming back up on this one, and I covered 5 and covered 5 or something like that. So took full advantage of that move. This is the trade that got me back to green on the day. It was a big one. This trade and this trade, wherever the breakdown was. That trade and this trade got me back to green on the day. Otherwise, I was down probably $4,000 to $5,000. I can't remember, but this trade alone got me back to green on the day, and it was smooth sailing since then. There we go, babe. Do not bounce. This is ridiculous. It's a huge. Covering up half, man. What a bounce. Better. What's the 1 minute candle under candle now? So break of 37.27. About now. There you go. There you go. Okay. Low a day, 35.50. Almost got there in that one push. I don't like these bounces. This bounce. The bounce is strong with this one. It was a Star Wars reference. It was. All right, so you have the candle over candle. That's the time that this Tesla usually bounces, the first one after these drops. It really didn't do anything. So the next candle under candle is probably a pretty solid move down. Unless it somehow grinds back up here. UONE about to open up. How you trade freeze? Son of a gun. All right, well, there's the bounce. Get down. All right, 36.60. There's the 1 minute candle under. Needs to go. Needs to keep going. I need to hold up here. Push back down lower. So that's a candle under candle continuation fail so far to the downside. So next candle over candle is my profit stop. So a break of 37.74 be my profit stop. All right, profit stopping out. Do you have a like an M pattern now that's kind of building? So the breakdown would be this guy right here. Sorry, I haven't been able to keep up with chat. I'm literally staring at this for 30 minutes. It's finally paying off. I'll catch up in a bit. This is 36.50. So it broke this and it needs to continue. There we go. There we go. Selling half for $1 win. This little W pattern or M pattern to the downside move there. MARK with news. Got 5 put. Oop. Sorry, I thought I had 5 left. This is actually a support level. I have it over here on the screen. I don't know where these horizontals come from. Oh, I see them now. But we've got a support at like this 833 and 832. It's a pretty big bounce, so I'm just going to cover up the rest. Am I green on the day now, for crying out loud? Okay. Good. What a morning. 1,233 bucks.